What if I told you that the next 7 days could completely change your trajectory? Not by flipping your life upside down, not by grinding harder, not by becoming someone you're not, but by making a few small intentional moves that shift how you see yourself. Because momentum doesn't start with motivation, it starts with identity. Here's exactly how the next 7 days can change everything. Good day to you all, and welcome to Bad Day Excellence, the show where we take those messy, chaotic, crazy, real parts of life and turn them into fuel for growth. I'm Brian Walsh, author of Habitcraft 101, and a guy who's trying to help like 9.5 million people over the next 15 years build a life of fulfillment and pride, not regret. And today's episode is simple, practical, and honestly, powerful if you actually try it. I want to walk you through a 7-day momentum kickstart. Not theory, not inspiration, action. This is the same framework I've used personally and the same structure inside the Momentum Makers Club. Let's get into it. Here's the truth most people miss. You don't need a full life overhaul just to feel better. You need proof, proof that you can move again. So these 7 days are about creating the evidence you need. On day 1 and 2, we're going to reset your identity. Before you change what you do, you have to change who you're becoming. Most people try to fix habits without touching identity. And then they wonder why nothing sticks. So for the first 2 days, ask yourself this one question and sit with it. Who do I need to become next? Not forever, not 10 years from now. Next. What kind of person handles stress differently? What kind of person follows through more often than not? What kind of person do you respect when you picture them in your own life? Write this down. Just one simple sentence. I am becoming the kind of person who blank. This isn't motivation. This is alignment. And what I would really like you to do is write it on an index card or, write it on a piece of paper, fold it up and put it in your pocket. When your actions line up with who you believe you are becoming, momentum stops feeling forced. Next, we'll deal with things most people avoid. What's been stopping you? Not the excuses you tell other people, the real stuff. The stuff that's inside that you don't want to face. It feels hard. Grab one recent failure, a moment that still bugs you. It's nagging. Maybe it's something you didn't finish, or you avoided, or backed away from. Now it's time for the audit. What actually happened? What did it teach you? And most importantly, how can you use that lesson right now? This is the fail bank mindset. Failure isn't debt. It's a deposit, but only if you extract that lesson and reinvest what you learned with action. Most people sit on uncashed lessons for years, but you're going to cash one this week. Now we build wins you can actually stack. Momentum doesn't come from the big, grandiose wins. No, it comes from the small actions done consistently enough that your brain starts to really trust in your ability again. So ask yourself, what are 3 small wins I can realistically repeat? And we're not talking impressive wins, repeatable wins. Maybe it's 10 minutes of focus, one honest conversation, one task you've been avoiding completed without drama. Pick actions that still count on your worst days. Momentum loves direction, not intensity. Never skip twice. All right, let's move on to the last day, day 7. This one matters more than people expect. On day 7, I want you to intentionally celebrate a recent failure. Say it out loud. I made a deposit. Write down what you learned. Write down what you did differently because of it. This rewires how you relate to setbacks. You stop fearing them. You start using them. This shift alone creates how people show up in their lives. Now, if you actually try this 7-day Kickstart, I want to hear it from you. Send me a DM, an email, brian@baddayexcellence.com, or on any one of my social platforms at Bad Day Excellence. Tell me what shifted. Tell me what surprised you. And if you're sitting there thinking, this works, but I need structure, accountability, and momentum that lasts because, frankly, I'm stuck in life's chaos. That's exactly what the Momentum Makers Club is for. 6 modules, worksheets, momentum missions, and a community of people doing the work alongside you. It's $97 for lifetime access, and it's built for people who are done waiting for motivation and ready to build the identity through action. This 7-day Kickstart is just a taste. The full system is how you keep the momentum going. Thanks for spending time with me today on Bad Day Excellence. Remember, you don't need to have a perfect plan. You need to take that next step, build the habit, make the deposit, and bet on yourself.